Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Is Your Language Using You? With MAPS coaches Kara Moll and Ron Wexler. Please note this webinar is being recorded and you will automatically receive the webinar recording. If you have questions for your coach, please type them into the questions box located in your webinar control panel. Following the webinar, if you have any questions about today's call or MAPS coaching programs, please email us at maps@kw.com. That's all from me. Kara and Ron, take it away.
Thank you, Troy. Welcome, everybody. We are ready for an incredible call. Good afternoon and welcome to the MAPS Language of Sales webinar. Is your language using you? So in the age of COVID-19, we only have a few choices. We can row faster upstream, fighting the tides and trends every inch of the way, or we can turn that boat in the direction of the flow and steer and gently paddle with grace and ease. You know, Gary says, whichever you choose, you're going to have to be fully committed to survive and thrive. You're going to have to question the way you've been rowing the boat and find every advantage you can to win, especially when many around us are losing ground. You know, we have two goals today. The first is to teach you a tool to make your journey easier and more productive. The second is to share enough about the new Language of Sales 2.0 to have you commit to join us for the next 8 weeks. At the end of the webinar today, we'll give you the secret COVID-19 code to save 25% off the price of the course.
So here's what you can expect today. We're going to tell you who we are. We're going to share the experience of the language of sales, and we're going to teach you a language technique that can make you money right now, today. Our intention in being with you during our time together, well, is we're going to also compel you to register today for MAPS Language of Sales 2.0. During our time together today, we're going to compel you to create an experience that causes you to commit at the highest level to mastering language, allowing you to impact lives and close more transactions. My name is Kara Moll, and in addition to being a top real estate agent in the Chicagoland area, I'm a market center investor, a MAPS agent and transformational coach. I'm a certified energy leadership coach, and I'm a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming. And I have the honor and the privilege of being co-facilitator of the MAPS Language of Sales 2.0 with my longtime colleague and very good friend, Ron Wexler. Ron, tell us about you.
Thanks, Kara. All right, so my name is Ron Wexler. I'm a mega agent here in Chicago. You know, I've closed over 3,500 homes. Of course, I'm a MAPS coach and a co-facilitator of the Language of Sales program. I'm also an operating partner and a market center investor. So we both wear a lot of hats. And, you know, before we start and you choose to actively engage in the time we have together, I want to share that Kara and I believe that MAPS Language of Sales can have a direct and immediate impact on your future, your income, and in every single area of your life. So here we are in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, something none of us has ever experienced. I haven't worked from my house in 28 years. I just want you to know. We're reaching into what we know is work for smart agents, team leaders, coaches, salespeople. You know, since MAPS launched Language of Sales in 2006, and Gary, Josh, Monica, Mo, Jason, you know, they've all put an incredible emphasis on strong coaching and skills, because as Gary says, this is a skills market, and the person with the greatest skills wins. So our time here today will be interactive. As part of the webinar, you have access to the question box in the control panel, and we'll be asking you to focus and think and write and share through the question box. So be open to growing through your experience here today. We're gonna ask you to get uncomfortable, because that's where all the growth happens.
You know, we take your investment of time seriously and commit with you to have this be the beginning of a great investment for you. We're excited to work with you in an area that's truly, truly a passion of both of ours. Just take a moment and imagine what will happen to your business when you understand, connect with, and influence your prospects and clients in ways that cause them to break out of the paralysis the current fear in the world is causing. Understand that if the economic indicators are right, every person you help to make a decision to act right now will think of you as that person who saved them from the real estate recession and the market that may be impending, that economists and experts are predicting is most likely coming our way. Let's do a quick share to see if we're on the same page. In the chat box on the right, type your answer to this question. Are you seeing people afraid to act, waiting for this to end, or thinking it's suddenly going to be better as soon as they lift the stay-at-home orders? Go ahead and use the box and let us know if you're experiencing any of that. I know, Ron, sometimes there's a delay. What do we see and come across?
So we are getting yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, we kind of figured that, right? Exactly. That's why we need to be able to make a decision that will help people get unstuck, and then they're going to make the decision to act now. Agents still need to join offices that are proactive. Sellers need to sell while prices are still at or around record highs. And buyers need to act while their buying power is incredibly powerful due to low interest rates.
Right. You know, the thought that people need us right now more than ever is actually pretty exciting to me. You know, on the top producer mastermind with Gary last week, he shared with us that there are two kinds of agents. The ones who are in it for the good times when it's easy and strong skills are really unnecessary. You know, they just kind of love houses and that's it. And then the others who are career or lifetime agents who are in it for whatever market we are in. We focus on learning the skills and adopting the behavior to thrive in the market of this moment. So this course is designed for lifetime agents. That's why we have all taken it so many times. You know, when the economy and market are hot, any agent with any skill level can list any home. Frankly, that's why there are 1.4 million agents in NAR right now, when all we need is really less than a million. So you're probably already sensing that there's going to be a big shakeout in our industry, right? Over the next 18 months or so. Well, language of sales students focused on mastering communication will be on the winning side of that shakeout, don't you think? So you're here in the right place at the right time. So get ready to learn something new that will help you turn the boat with the flow moving downstream, where certainty and success are exactly what the doctor ordered.
So everybody write this down. mapslos.com. It's also in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And when you decide to join the language of sales, it's where you can go to register for the program. But don't go right now, because we've got that code for you at the end. In preparing for today, Ron and I got together and we shared our thoughts on how the average agent's thinking right now. Here's what we came up with. And I'm going to run down the list. They're unsure of what to say to people in this market. They're unsure of how to say it. They don't want to be a burden to anyone. They don't want to be a profiteer or an ambulance chaser. They don't really know if this is the right time for people to act. They're probably doing things the hard way. They think that they have to be a hard closer. They're afraid to be salesy at a time when a softer touch might be necessary. They think they have to join in the misery, and that it's hard to be in business right now. That list is exhausting. Here's the great news. You know, when you say the right thing in the right way at the right time, life will be easy and people will easily move forward with great decisions.
Right. You know, Kara, what I truly believe is that language of sales makes you an ambulance driver, right? not an ambulance chaser. You shuttle people to safety as an ambulance driver, right? An ambulance chaser only thinks about themselves. They only have themselves in mind, right? That's not, nobody at Keller Williams behaves that way. So we're going to ask that you play full out for the rest of this short webinar. Eliminate the distractions around you. Dial into your thinking, right? And of course, let's have fun.
You know, we always have fun, don't we, Ron? Why don't you share the story of when you first took language of sales?
All right, so the super fast version goes like this. To put it simply, I took language of sales when I was stuck on a plateau. I needed to do something to move forward. The year I took it, I was a dialing machine, you know, a double headset, 2 phones in front of me. I literally made 12,000 contacts that year, and I ended up with 121 sales, which is not bad at all, but it was grueling work. It was 5, 6, 7 hours a day sometimes on the phone cranking it out. So during that time, I was also working on internalizing the skills that I was learning from language of sales. The next year, I made only 4,500 contacts, and I closed 132 homes. That is what turning your boat with the flow, I keep doing the flow, sounds like. Today, we'll focus on how to connect instantly with everyone you meet. And let's just start by talking about the definition of what rapport really is.
Well, rapport is when two people have a good, synchronized, trusting, and safe and connected relationship in which they're able to understand each other's needs, ideas, and feelings. In other words, when you're in good rapport, people trust you and invite you in. They want you to help them make decisions that move their lives forward. People in rapport comfortably share information and they trust you as a person and as an advisor. Top agents have always had a connection and rapport as the foundation of their success. All of the techniques and language of sales help you to easily master and internalize the secrets of communication that make those relationships possible. The goal of rapport is this: to get people to immediately relax and let you in their world. It's especially important when they're on guard, tired, and scared of making decisions, like a lot of people are right now. It will literally cause clients to feel comfortable with you and your recommendations. The rapport building that we teach in the language of sales can take your career to the next level through relating to others easily. When that happens, you'll sell more homes in less time and with less resistance. Most importantly, it'll cause others to take action because they can relate to and trust you. When people are open to your communication and they connect with you, they connect you with the solution to the problems they face, the stress we're all feeling is diminished and you'll live a better life and connect with people easier because they know you care and that they can relate to you. For the rest of the call, we're going to be sharing a strategy allowing you to become more effective in your ability to connect with strangers and, of course, influence your prospects, clients, staff, family, cohabitants, whoever.
Right. So, you know, naturally, the fact that you decided to join Language of Sales this session illustrates your belief that possessing an ability to influence will allow you to move people from no to yes and take your career to the next level. So have you ever noticed that some people just naturally have other people listen to them, you know, at a higher level? You know, those people who never met a stranger, they seem to be instant friends with everyone they meet. They're the agent who calls the same expired or for sale by owner you just called, get an appointment and list the house, right? Does it seem like they're blessed with some secret power, like they're a superhero or something, right? It's not magic. They're not a superhero. It's not superpower. No, it's trained communication techniques. They know how to communicate with people in a way that causes them to feel good about making decisions and be right about taking action. So one thing that's going to change in the market ahead is that we know we'll be doing business with a smaller percentage of the total number of people that we touch, right? With the shift in the world right now, we know there's going to be less initial contacts. And if you operate at your current skill level, you're probably not going to do so well.
You know, Ron, why don't we have them do a quick exercise? Write this down, guys. Write down the number of closings you had last year. Now, write down the total number of contacts you think it took to have those closings. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, I don't track that number. Make an estimate. Like, did you call 5 people a day? Did you call 5 people a week? Whatever it is, multiply that out, quickly come up with an answer. And we're going to give you an example. Let's say this: if you had 20 closings and you spoke to 5 people a day, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, you would have spoken to 1,250 people, give or take, or a ratio of about 62 conversations to 1 closing. Now, imagine if the number of people in the market looking to make a move in real estate is cut in half. In other words, let's pretend that half of the buyers and sellers decide to wait for a better market. And side note, of course, we know that the last time they did that was in 2008 and that they had to wait 8 to 10 years. Agents who helped people act in 2008 and 2009 helped people save a lot of money and pain while the market continued to head downward over the next few years. Think about it this way: if your number of potential clients that are ready to act gets cut in half and you stay at your current skill level, you are not going to have a very good year. That's why the language of sales and rapport building are so important right now. Remember Ron's real life example? 12,000 contacts equaled 121 sales. And then the next year it was 4,500 to 132 sales. That is the tool we all need right now. Ron, let's dive into that technique that can help everyone today to move in the right direction, and it will change their future, and it'll make our participants better too, just by being here.
Right. Okay, so let's learn about building instant rapport from the MAPS language of sales. Consider that even in this day of texting and emailing, you can add a lot to your bottom line, making connections with the people that you meet online and out in the world when that becomes possible again, right? The method we're going to teach you works extremely well. And like most things in life, the more you use it, the better your results are going to be. Oh, and one other thing, you have to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. I know we've said that 3 times already. Here's the thing: it requires you to put aside your normal way of being, your automatic, natural communication style that you've used your entire life. It may feel unnatural at first, so you'll have to be okay with being a little humbled by doing something different from what you've always done. So think of it this way: the class is called the MAPS language of sales. Part of the course is learning new language and language patterns and new ways to communicate. Think about the last time you had to learn a new language. I don't know about you, but it took me a lot of repetition, practice, and focus to learn and to even start to be any good at it. So I was willing to pay the price in this business because for me, where I am right now has too much uncertainty, and knowing I will get more out of the conversations I have moves me and those I touch to safer and a more certain world.
So let's start by telling you the what, and then we're going to talk about the how. We're going to build rapport with someone by doing 3 different things. We're going to pay close attention to their model of the world. We're going to respect and connect with them in their model of the world. And then we're going to follow them until rapport is built, and then we're going to lead them out of it based on a strong connection. When you meet someone, instead of insisting on them being like you or liking, you for who you are, you're going to be like them. Write those words down. Be like them. People relate to people who like them. They like people who like them. They trust people who like them, and they remember and enjoy the interaction with people like them. You know what else? They don't hang up on people like them. So guess what you're going to do? Right. You're going to be like them. How would you like it if when you first met someone new or you reached out to someone you knew, instead of reacting to you like a stranger would or wondering what you wanted from them, they instantly felt that you were safe or a friend or someone they were intensely interested in getting to know? What if they loved and even repeated the conversation they had with you? What if they sent you a card, a text, or an email and they responded? And what if you did that? That is the goal of language of sales, whether it's in writing, on the phone, in a text, in a social media, in a direct message. We want you to connect with people and have them love the conversation that we share.
So as Kara mentioned, the first step is to pay attention to their model of the world. Let's say you call an agent or a recruit or an expired listing or a for sale by owner, or what we're all doing right now is calling a lot of past clients and people we know. You're 100% focused on being the person they need right now, a person who makes them feel safe, comfortable, valued, and served. You know, as Gary has been stressing, service first, sales second. Here's what you're going to do. Intensely pay attention to the exact word or words they use when they greet you. This is the essence of how they are. It's the greeting they've used their entire life, and people who sound just like them make them feel comfortable. So we pay close attention to the exact words they use, the rate of speech, their tonality. We listen for their energy. Are they worn out like so many people are right now? Are they sounding joyful? Are they laid back? Are they intense? What overall feeling do you get when you hear their voice? Do they sound happy, sad, tired, rushed? Yes, you can get all of that from the way they greet you as long as you're a very committed listener. You make your observations and you commit to respect and connect with them based on their model of the world.
Next, you're going to pay attention to any keywords that they may have used more than once when the conversation begins. In MAP's language of sales, we call that keyword backtracking. And well, you're going to have to take the class to learn more about it. So to be clear, this conversation is the light version. It's kind of a taste of MAP's language of sales. So if you're in person, when they responded, were their eyes twinkling as if they were in a joyful place? Were they frowning as if they were in pain or struggling to even say hello? Did they look off into space and give nonverbal cues to what feelings are being elicited in them? Did they make a certain face or execute some sort of gesture? Now you see why you must be intensely committed to the process, especially at the beginning before it's internalized and it starts to happen without effort. You've observed their behavior and now you're going to follow their lead and meet them in their world. You take on as much of their body language as possible. Are they slouching? Are they leaning? Are they leaning in or leaning back? Are their arms crossed? Remember, you've observed their way of being, and now you're going to follow as much of that way of being as possible. So they answer the phone or you meet them in person, you observe everything we just said. Now it's your turn. You feed back at them everything they just shared, use their exact greeting, their exact words, matching everything. At first, you'll feel like you're imitating them. Later, you won't even you realize you're doing it because you're just being there and with them as they are without any actual conscious effort. You're going to then pick out something from your conversation, something from the verbal and non-verbal clues, something from their body response, and put it all together in a response. You're gonna stay with them there as they are, as long as you have to until you feel connected to them. Then you're simply gonna lead them in the direction you believe they desire to go. Ron, how about if we do a quick role play on this and let everybody see?
Okay, great. So it's 2:23 and we're committed to being done by 2:30, right, Kara? So we
We
are
are.
doubling the speed. Here we go. And you're gonna all have to watch this again to get it
We'll
off.
we'll be we'll be fine.
So
Yep.
ring ring.
Hello.
Hello? It's Ron Wexler from Keller Williams. I know it's been a while since we spoke. With everything going on in the world, Kara, I just wanted to check on you and your family. How are things going?
Yeah, that's nice. It's been a tough time. My husband's been gone 12 hours a day. My job moved home. I'm here with 3 kids, no daycare. I'm now a kindergarten, a second, and a fifth grade teacher. And I'm expected to work from home, do laundry, clean the dishes, cook, everything all at the same time.
Wow, Kara, that's pretty hard to hear. And with Mark gone 12 hours a day, being home with the kids and being expected to be a teacher and work from home has got to be exhausting. I imagine after 12 hours in the field, Mark probably is a bit worn out too.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. My kids are great. It's just putting them on lockdown when they love playing with their friends and being outside. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I've always loved the way your kids interact. These are truly tough times for all of us. Is there any silver lining for you right now?
Well, funny you should ask. We're actually saving a lot of money on my commute and Mark's overtime and
Yeah.
by not eating out all the time. And it's creating the down payment for us to buy our next house.
Well, I'm sure it's not worth the pain, but that does sound like a happy ending.
You know what, Red? How about you? How are you? What's going on in the real estate business?
Yeah, family's good, business is good. We're doing great. We just had to double our efforts to help people. We took business completely virtual, as you could guess, to keep people safe, and we're still selling lots of homes. So, in fact, we actually need more people to help right now. Let me ask you this though: are there any resources I can point you toward that would make your confinement any easier?
Hmm. No, can't really think of anything right now.
Okay. Well, is there anything else I can do to help you or anyone you know right now in this time of need?
No, not really. You know what though? Now that I think about it, my sister mentioned yesterday on our family Zoom call that she might be thinking of making a move because she's got 5 kids.
Oh boy.
Would you mind giving her a call?
Yeah, I would love to give her a call. Where does she live?
She lives in Flossmoor.
Oh, great. And yeah, what's her number?
555
All right, great. Kara, I'll call right away. I mean, thanks for that. If you think of anyone else, give me, it's not just for business, but any way you think I can help anyone, please let me know, okay?
Yeah, you know what, Ron? Thanks again for calling. You really, really made my day. And it was great to speak with another adult. And of course, when we get ready next year, we'll give you a call. Thanks so much for checking in. I really appreciate you, Ron.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was my pleasure, of course. And, this will all be passed in a few months and we'll be looking back on it, I promise. So let's just keep in touch and take care, okay?
Definitely. Bye. You have a good one.
All right, you too. So you see how I matched her energy at the beginning and then we got into sync and then we moved forward? That's how it goes when you use what we just shared with you. And that would be
And
a pretty normal call, wouldn't it, Kara?
absolutely, absolutely. So imagine having more of those easy care calls with your database. Imagine talking to agents, expireds, FISBOs, you know, and having them happy that you're actually on the other line. When you get in rapport and you lead people, they love speaking with you. They love sharing with you. They love referring business to you, and they simply follow your lead. Right now, you may have one of two reactions to what we just shared. Either your inner voice is saying, no way, never, they'll know, they'll catch me. I can't do it. Why should I? I'm smooth. People like me. And when I'm just being me, way too cool for this. Hmm. Or maybe your reaction was, I can give it a go. The world's most persuasive leaders and salespeople use this method. I mean, Ron and Kara have coached thousands of successful agents. They've sold thousands of homes. And through maps, I can learn from some of the greatest communicators ever. Did that just make you uncomfortable? Good. That means you're getting it. Wait until you see this work in your life. In fact, picture how you'll already do this. How you already do this when you have a little child and they're emotional about something and you lower it down to where they are and you put on a sad face and you start with their tone, which is actually you getting in rapport with them. And then you start talking in a happy manner and you bring them out of it. Built into what I just said were 3 of the techniques we'll be working on in the language of sales. Focus on using it today, and you'll see how powerful it is. Of course, to internalize these methods, you have to practice, practice, practice over and over with everyone, just like any other language you've learned.
Right. So the bottom line is right now, especially, your script is actually less important than your presence. Really being there, connecting, and being the resource people can count on counts the most. It hardly matters what you say. It actually matters more that you connect and create rapport. And then when people hear someone like them who's understanding and caring about them, all of their defenses go away. They lighten up the way Kara did when we were practicing. So we know we did this quickly. In the new MAPS Language of Sales 2.0, we will dig deep. The sessions are a full hour, not 30 minutes. And we'll share, also in these webinars, and then also we'll have a private group for you to do growth work and reinforce the concepts, and to get coached by Kara and myself to help you really nail the techniques we're going to teach you.
So in this age of COVID-19, you know that less people may be in the market for real estate. That doesn't mean you have to do less business. It means you'll have to be strong enough to get your fair share of business from less people. We know that many of you are in the new Bold 2.0 that also starts this week. Language of Sales is going to help you put Bold on steroids, and the sessions are actually recorded so you can join us live or when it works best for you throughout the week. So we're going to invite you to join us now. The new Language of Sales 2.0 starts this Wednesday. It's at 1 o'clock Central and continues for 8 total sessions. Again, every session's recorded. You'll also have access to the Facebook page with which you can share your work, your growth work, your successes, and to be coached by both of us, which is a huge value.
So we're offering the COVID-19 discount of 25%. So it'll save you $99 off of the registration. So, just think about it this way. Normally you'll invest $396 for an incredible life-changing course, and intuitively you know that without it, you're already paying a far greater price for the agents you don't recruit and the leads you don't convert and the listings you don't take. So if you go to mapslos.com, sign up, put in the discount code, you'll get 25% off. The discount code is LOS25, LOS25, and that'll save you 25%, which is $99. So we hope you guys come and play with us. You're gonna love the class.
Absolutely. And as you can see, as Zig Ziglar says, help enough people get what they want and you're going to get what you want. We're looking forward to having you in the Language of Sales 2.0 so that you can help your clients get what they want and you can get what you want. Make the decision to start using your language instead of having it use you. We'll see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock Central. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Go get them. Stay safe.